Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good afternoon. My name is Anis Anisha binti Abdullah and my metric number is A19A0051. We are from Group Lecture 2. Our lecturer's name is Dr. Nur Farahiyah binti Azmi. We want to present about group assignment, which is Legal Framework and Sharia Issues in Ijarah. Our code subject is AFS 2043. First, we talk about introduction. What is Islamic finance? Islamic finance is referred to banking structures that are governed by Islamic law and Sharia law. Islamic finance is a concept that refers to financial transactions that are compliant with Sharia standards. Among the Islamic concepts that are often used in Islamic banking are murabahah, mudarabah, wadi'ah, musyarakah, and also ijarah. Next, we talk about ijarah. Ijarah is derived from the Arabic language and means reward, replacement, rent, and also utility wages. Ijarah also a rental procedure in Islam. It is also rental wage given to someone who has done one job in return for his work. Ijarah is the transfer of the right to use goods in exchange for the reimbursements of the cost, although it does not include the transfer of the possession of the goods. Al-Ijarah is the form of muamalah that helps people meet their basic needs, such as renting, contracting, and also selling hospitality services. Ijarah is another word that may be used to describe one of the covenants that involve the taking advantage of something by means of substitution. Ijarah Muntahiyah bin Tamli is the name of this commodity, which means Ijarah finishing with a deal. It's referred to as hire purchase in Malaysia. Ijarah is also used as foundation for home loans, syndicate loans, and also letter of credit.
My name is Nur Aida binti Laiz. My metric number is A19A0699. I will continue the presentations with concept of Ijarah. According to Helmi Karim and Azhar Bashir, Ijarah in language means recompense or wage give a top wage work. In terms of Ijarah means an agreement about the use or collection for an object, animals, or human energy. Right. According to Shafi Antonia, Ijarah is a contract transfer of right to use good or service during without being followed by a transfer of ownership of the good itself. Alright, then last is according to Gaurav Mas in his book Fiqh Contextual Muamalah Submit, Ijarah is language mean wage and rents for service or remunerations. Indeed, in a transaction that sell and selling a property thing. In conclusion, Ijarah is buying and selling service, which is wage to hire, that is taking advantage of manpower, which has the benefit of goods.
So my name is Amira Shahra binti Rafaizi. My metric number is E19A0046. So I want to present about definition, nature, and concept. So first, definition of Ijarah is the reward given for services rendered. Next, the specific inherent of contract of Ijarah is the transfer of ownership of usufruct or rendering service in exchange for specified consideration. Nature of Ijarah divided by two related terms. First is Ijarah and Bai'. Second is Ijarah and Kira'. Concept of Ijarah. Ijarah is classified based on various considerations. So first is Ijarah based on the subject matter, and second is Ijarah based on specification of subject matter. Third is Ijarah based on time of the contract become effective. Fourth is Ijarah based on the bindingness of the contract. And lastly, Ijarah based on the contractual relationship.
My name is Zati binti Muhammad Asri. My metric number is A19A0194. Today I will discuss about legal requirement of Ijarah. There is 6. First is the two contracting parties who will sign the Ijarah contract with their own condition for signing a contract. Second is offer and acceptance. The situation where one party has offered and other party accepts. Third is subject matter. The contract of Ijarah refer usufruct. Fourth is consideration. The executed between the contracting parties with consideration known as rent. Fifth is termination and consequence of lease arrangement. And lastly is right of subleasings.
My name is Muhammad Syami Amshar bin Samsul Amri and my metric number is A19A0374. So I will present about Sharia requirement in Ijarah. So Ijarah is mean to give something or rent. In Ijarah itself, they have a requirement for make it the transaction become halal, and IFIS that use Ijarah contract for their products and services must ensure that those products and services comply with the policy document. And the first condition open the occurrence of the contract, which is the requirement for contract Ijarah is related to akid and the place of covenant. Number 2 is condition during execution. The goods to be rented must be full property of the party for who will rent. And the third is the legal condition of Ijarah. The item that is the object must have a clear benefit. The validity of the agreement is determined by the Ijarah procedure, which is sincerely agreed by each group, each party or group. The last one is the condition for payment, which is the amount of payment to rent must be known by the prospective tenant.
For operational requirements Ijarah, they have a four, which are governance and oversight, structuring, risk management, and business and market conduct. For governance and oversight, its function to establish governance structure, also to implement the business strategic and produce governing operation of Ijarah. Second is structuring. For this part, have a sources of fund, asset, and documentation. From that, bank will identify and determine other Islamic contract in structuring Ijarah product. Next is risk management. In this part, Islamic financial situation will take into consideration following the situation on pre-contractual stage during the Ijarah period and termination from Ijarah. Bank will have one way to avoid the risk follow the situation. And the last one is business and market conduct. For this part, we have fair dealings and information disclosure, which is bank will provide relevant information about the asset and will tell the customer if they want to sell the asset to other customer.
It's Nurul Aisha binti Zukri and my metric number is A19A0705. I will present about operation and application in the IFIS. International Financial Institution is a financial institution that has been established by more than one country and hence is subject to international law. The most prominent IFIS are creations of multiple nations, although some bilateral financial institutions exist and are technically IFIS. The operation in the IFIS is establish a comprehensive governance and oversight framework to ensure that an Ijarah transaction is conducted based on sound banking practices and is in compliance with Sharia. Furthermore, the operation is shall ensure that the structuring and implementation of an Ijarah is supported by robust policies, procedures and processes, integrate infrastructure and robust to communication.
My name is Muhammad Amir Kamal bin Ahmad, Nometri A19A0278. I will continue the presentation on operation and application in the international financial institution. Ijarah or Islamic hire purchase is one of the contemporary and innovative product designed to meet the demand of the people while ensuring long-term competitiveness long in the financial markets. The Ijarah contract has fulfilled all the conditions of a valid contract prescribed by Sharia. Ijarah has emerged as a popular financing contract among Islamic financial institutions, IFIS, for many of the financial products such as real estate financing, vehicle financing, project financing, personal financing, and structured product. In operation, IFIS will mobilize funds and then invest, and the profit earned will be shared between the IFIS and the investor account holders in accordance with duly agreed term and condition. Next, ijarah was used in corporate financing and Islamic capital market, including sukuk. In addition, ijarah has also been applied in developing ijarah card as an alternative to a credit card.
My name is Muhammad Kirudin bin Jurani and my metric number A19A0352. Today we would like to present about the gap analysis, which is the difference between conventional hire purchase and Islamic hire purchase from Sharia perspective. For the first is an item in a conventional hire purchase is a loan, while the Islamic hire purchase is a financing. Interest rate, profit rate, hire charges, markup, late payment interest and late payment charges. For eligible in a conventional hire purchase is good credit rating. In a Islamic hire purchase is a not involved in immoral. Customer in a Islamic hire purchase is activities against Sharia. Good in a conventional hire purchase is limited to consumer good, motor vehicle, and Islamic hire purchase is applicable to all type of good. Contract in a conventional hire purchase is one standard contract. In a Islamic hire purchase, which is two akad in a sequential contract.
My name is Nur Ashkim binti Maknawi. My metric number A19A0531. Based on explanation from my group members, I can conclude that al-ijarah is a contract that transfers the ownership of a goods or service within certain time through the payment by rent or salary. Al-ijarah able to control bank's profit and also to avoid oppression of customer, because this instrument based on the Islamic principle that's contained in Al-Quran and Hadith. Customers who choose this instrument do not have to worry about the element of uncertainty and usury, because in Islam is so strict in prohibit these elements in every transaction. So this al-ijarah instrument need to be introduced comprehensive to every people, because it's able to maintain the transparency in individual and national finance toward achieving higher recognition of Islamic banking and institution. That's all from us. Thank you.